Welcome to Soundsphere TV. We're in Manchester. We're here to interview Rob Holliday. He's played with some people like Marilyn Manson. He's played with the Prodigy, and now he's got a new band called Sulpher. Come and check it out. Let's go.
Expect you to remember that you were once in my life.
Welcome to Soundsphere TV. I'm going to get straight into it. So, Rob, how's your 2012 going? And basically, what are your plans for Sulpher?
2012 is quite tiring, to be honest, at the minute.
Yeah.
Especially the drive to Manchester today. It's, I think it took me 4 hours almost from Birmingham, and a few of the other members, they've been on the roads for 5 hours and they're still not here. So yeah, we're waiting for them. So pretty tiring really for 2012, but exciting as well. Yeah, there's lots of things going on.
How are you managing your time between recording with Sulpher and your touring duties with the Prodigy?
Yeah, I mean, Prodigy at the moment we're just doing festivals, so it's kind of, a couple of days a week, a couple of times, with a week off here and there, and then in between during the week I'm in London recording, trying to finish up the Sulpher album with Monty, and we're doing the occasional shows tonight in Manchester, and we've got another one coming up in London in September.
So it should be pretty exciting. But I mean, the other thing I was going to ask as well with Sulpher, you guys are kind of like back when you started out, you were the kind of champions of the industrial scene. Now, obviously, you had that kind of heavy industrial element, but this new stuff appears to be a bit more melodic. So I was going to kind of ask you, what do you feel about sort of the industrial music scene and electronic music sort of in 2012?
Yeah, I mean, people said we were industrial. I suppose we were, because we were similar to Nails and Ministry and all that sort of thing, but we never really. I don't know, people tried to pigeonhole us into the whole goth industrial, I don't know what, I've never seen myself as a gothic band. I mean, I suppose we're sort of industrial. The first album was quite aggressive and more just about pure sonic assault really. But the new one, we've been working on it for a long time, so I guess we just we wanted to make it different obviously, we didn't want to make the same one twice, and I suppose we concentrated on more song-wise, choruses, and concentrated on the lyrics more, and we just headed down the road that was natural really. We didn't sort of make a conscious effort to go, right, we're going to be more poppy or more song-oriented. It just turned out that way, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, some of the songs I feel, some of the old audience probably won't like, because I quite like it, it's far more melodic, like, as you say, but we'll have to see what they think.
One of the really interesting things you've done recently is you've had Riley and Durant, which is obviously electronic and dance duo, remix one of your tunes tomorrow, I believe. So what led up to that? And you were quite a fan, I believe.
I'm not really into that sort of music in general. I don't ever listen to it, to be honest. But there's a song called Tomorrow, like you say. It's not a ballad, but it is a ballad. It's basically just an acoustic guitar with cellos and strings, and the vocal, which is really, it's kind of in your face and vulnerable. So Andy Durant basically got played the song and liked it and thought he asked us if it was cool if he did a dance remix, and I was kind of like, okay. I was kind of dreading hearing it, because basically all I ever think of is that kind of thing, but which it kind of is. But what he's done with it is really good, and I think he's playing it on Capital FM and busting it in Ibiza. So it's pretty weird for us to think of it like that.
It takes you out to a whole different audience.
Yeah. It sounds good. It fits. That's probably the best song for him to do, because it was so basic. There was nothing really in it. There was no electric guitars or drums or chugging metal stuff. It was pretty basic, so he could do really what he wanted with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah, that's cool. And tonight, you're obviously playing with a lot of kind of new bands, developing bands, and obviously you yourself have collaborated with everybody from Manson to Prodigy, Curve. How do you feel about kind of supporting new bands and obviously trying to put your name out there to support emerging bands and collaborating where possible?
That's what we were basically wanted to. We haven't done many shows since we sort of got back together. We've been writing the record, obviously, but we wanted to play Manchester for a while, and then someone mentioned Obsessive Compulsive. They're a local band, and I checked them out, and I think they're really cool, and they seem really cool people. So we basically wanted them to play with us tonight, and and then a couple of the other bands too. I mean, I'm not really familiar with them, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm familiar with Obsessive Compulsive, and they seem cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play tonight. To be honest, yeah.
Absolutely.
Plus, they're letting us use their drum set, so I'll try not to smash it because it's not ours.
Yeah, I know you've got a bit of a history of that.
Yeah.
Keep it low for Manchester.
We had a taste so sweet. That's what I think you will remember.
Cool. And the other thing I was going to ask too, with you've got kind of a nice relationship with Woolhouse Studio, London-based sort of creative media agency, and that's really interesting because the way that you are put across, you know, there's definite image behind Sulpher, and I kind of wanted to get your opinion because you've been with quite visual bands, obviously Manson and the Prodigy. You know, there's a certain sort of image and style associated with that. So, how do you feel about image in music and how important it is in relation to what you do with Sulpher?
I mean, I've always hated the fact that it's important because I didn't get dressed up for you. You were in a tie and everything, and I'm wearing raggy old jeans and dirty old boots. I would prefer everybody to be able to just wear what they want, but it doesn't really work that way.
No.
Any bands that ever make it, and any bands that are ever, I mean, you got, like I say, in Manchester, you got Oasis, Stone Roses. They play a certain type of music. I mean, you're not going to get someone who's wearing a raincoat and I don't know what those guys wear playing in a band like Marilyn Manson because it's just not the done thing. It's just not what happens, and anyone that thinks that it does is wrong. I mean, it's a shame that you can't just look how you want.
Yeah.
So I mean, image is important, especially for a live show and videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite artistic that way, and I love all that stuff. So, and all the imagery. So, yeah. I mean, it is important. I wish it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
But it is.
Were you pushed into it? Because I know you had the makeup on for Manson. Were you pushed?
I mean, I'd never worn makeup ever before, and I was kind of dreading that. But he was cool, and he basically. I mean, you know what it looked like. I looked like before, so I guess he just thought that. I guess he had a respect for that look that I had anyway. I mean, he's not going to invite someone into the band that doesn't look like he wants, obviously. Yeah. But he basically just let me do what I wanted. Obviously, if he didn't like something, he would say it, which he didn't. So everything worked out really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
With that. Yeah, but I shaved my eyebrows off. Well, he shaved them off. I didn't particularly want to do that. So I know the whole band had the eyebrows gone. So
kind of
I said, if you want them off, you got to take them off. So he did.
Nice initiation.
Yeah, so that was good.
Absolutely. The other thing was, I was going to ask, with the new record, have you got a working title and stuff yet? What's the score with that?
There was a couple of working titles, but I mean, we're probably going to go with something else.
Okay.
I'm not really sure yet.
Do you think it was Delete before?
Yeah, it's not going to be that anymore. Yeah,
kind of playing around with a few things. Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
It doesn't really fit all the songs anymore, so.
Yeah. So, is there kind of a song that you feel most proud of that you've been working on for that record? One that really stands out for you that means the most?
I mean, Tomorrow, this cello, violin-oriented ballad type thing is really. I mean, I really like it because it's such a departure for what we normally do. You Threw It All Away is really cool. It's kind of nailsy type thing. It's got a piano and then quite a heavy melodic chorus. But then there's another song called No One Will Ever Know. It's kind of like it's a really heavy riff, detuned. It's like, kind of reminds me of a Rammstein riff. The singing's obviously nothing like Rammstein, but yeah, I mean, I like playing that one live, especially as far as one of the new ones goes. Yeah.
Cool. And what about yourself personally? Obviously, since Sulpher was out originally, back in the, you've changed a lot. Your career's developed. You've been with these, toured the world with these bands, and you're still doing that. So how have you developed yourself as a musician? Because obviously you must have changed yourself and then changed your kind of priorities in terms of lyrics and ideas, stuff like that.
I don't really know. I don't really follow anything else, to be honest. We as individuals don't really try to listen to other bands and copy them. We kind of try to not listen to anything while we're trying to write our stuff. Yeah. And I'm pretty well stuck in all the stuff I've always been into. Yeah, like Filter, Ministry, Nails, all that, and the 80s Depeche Mode and The Cure and all that. Yeah, I mean, I like the new heavy stuff. Deftones are another band I really like.
Yeah.
But as far as like young bands like Bring Me the Horizon and all the Gallows and all those kind of English bands, I hear bits and pieces, but I mean, I'm not really influenced by any of it.
Yeah, it doesn't grab you as much as the old school.
Nah, not at all. To be honest, it's not that I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And obviously I like all the imagery of the live stuff with Rob Zombie and, you know, Manson obviously and Rammstein are great live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so what about, how have your goals changed then? Because obviously you've got to have goals for this kind of comeback, this new record. How have they changed since 2000? You know, obviously you must have thought differently.
No, I don't know. It's just like you're wondering if the people that liked your stuff before are going to like the new stuff because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean we just do it for ourselves, to be honest. Yeah, we enjoy writing and recording, and we just make it sound like we want it to sound, and hope someone else likes it in the end. Yeah, but if not, that's the way it is. We like it, but yeah.
Absolutely. And what about what are the goals for the rest of this year? What are your plans? Well, what are you going to be touring extensively? Obviously, you've got a schedule.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got the Prodigy stuff, and Tim's got some Gary Newman stuff. But we should have the record finished totally by the end of August, start of September. I mean, that's the definite goal. We've been saying that for a long time, but that's the definite goal. And then we've got a show with Officers and Jace Lewis at the Underworld in Camden on the 28th of September. So that's the next good one. Yeah, that'll be good. We're looking forward to that because that'll be a good night with those guys.
And more shows up north, fingers crossed, eventually.
Hopefully, as long as the traffic doesn't prevent us from getting it like it does today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And what about outside? Because obviously you're so associated with this kind of all these bands that you've worked with for years. What about outside of music? What kind of things what kind of things do you enjoy outside of kind of tearing stages up and breaking things? With
I like staying in. I do all my partying and my rebel raising when I'm out. Yeah, so I like to stay in. And I mentioned to you before, I've been back playing ice hockey for a while. But yeah, I'm feeling all the body checks because I'm not that big of a guy. So
yeah, different way of taking out your aggression, I think, as well.
Yeah, I mean they get to take their aggression out on me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what about a message just finishing off now? Obviously, this new this developed incarnation of Sulpher, these new plans. Have you got a message for the fans that are here tonight that supported you in London and that continue to support you in the
I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging around for so long, and having faith in that we're actually going to finally bring another record out and get out there live. And thanks to everyone who comes out to watch us. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much, everybody, especially you.
It's a pleasure. Cheers, Rob. Thank you very much.
Pleasure,
mate.
Thanks, man.
Cool. That's Soundsphere TV, and thank you very much to Rob, and we'll enjoy the gig tonight.